Some truths in life don't show up in the mirror, and they certainly don't get talked about at the dinner table. The quiet lives of older men who live alone, without a wife, partner, or close female companion, are often ignored by society, dismissed by doctors, and even misunderstood by the men themselves. Yet behind these closed doors are stories of silent resilience, daily struggle, quiet freedom, emotional weight, and occasionally, deep suffering. This video is not about judgment. It's not about telling older men what they should have done or how their life turned out. It's about uncovering the deeper truths, 5 surprising realities every senior man living alone must know. Whether you've never married, lost your spouse, separated from a partner, or simply prefer solitude, this is for you. These truths aren't based on opinion. They're grounded in psychological studies, health data, and real-life experiences from men just like you. Some will shock you. Some may reflect your own life, but all of them are important. Let's begin. Truth number 1. Independence isn't the same as emotional health. In many cultures, especially among older generations, independence is a badge of honor, and rightly so. To be able to take care of yourself, manage your home, your finances, your day-to-day life without relying on others, it's something to be proud of. For many older men, especially those living alone, this self-sufficiency becomes a core part of their identity. But here's a truth that often goes unspoken. Being independent doesn't always mean you're emotionally healthy. You can be physically strong, financially stable, and fully capable of managing your routine and still feel deeply lonely, disconnected, or emotionally drained. You can be proud of your independence and still need someone to talk to. You can be self-reliant and still benefit from companionship, conversation, and community. Take, for example, the quiet power of a weekly phone call from a friend, or a simple conversation over coffee with a neighbor, or attending a community class where you share stories and laughter. These moments may seem small, but they are emotional oxygen. They keep your heart, mind, and spirit alive. So if you're someone who's always doing fine on the outside, ask yourself honestly, when was the last time I felt truly connected to someone? Do I have someone I can talk to when I'm hurting or unsure? Am I giving myself space to feel, not just function? Emotional health isn't a luxury. It's a vital part of living well. And it starts with remembering. You don't have to do it all alone, even if you can. Truth number 2. The body pays a price for long-term isolation. Living alone may feel peaceful. No noise, no obligations, no disruptions. But over time, that silence can become harmful. The body doesn't just crave calm, it craves connection. And when that's missing, it begins to show. Not through emotions alone, but through real, measurable physical decline. Research shows that long-term isolation increases levels of chronic inflammation in the body, weakens the immune system, accelerates muscle loss, and significantly raises the risk of heart disease and other chronic illnesses. These aren't small effects. They can shorten lifespan and lower quality of life. Connection is a powerful biological tool. Shared laughter, meaningful conversation, the warmth of touch. These regulate stress hormones, improve circulation, and support brain health. When no one is around to notice changes, subtle weight loss, fatigue, confusion, health problems can go unnoticed for weeks or months until they become serious or even irreversible. Truth number 3. Men struggle to replace the emotional role of a woman. After the loss of a partner, many men find themselves in unfamiliar emotional territory. It's not just the quiet house. It's the absence of emotional rhythm, the daily check-ins, the warmth, the partnership. And while men may be great at handling tasks or staying busy, very few have been taught how to process grief or express deep emotion. For years, many have bottled things up, priding themselves on strength and stoicism. But when there's no outlet, no one to talk to, cry with, or confide in, those unspoken emotions can slowly turn inward. They become isolation. They become regret. and over time they can evolve into a loss of purpose altogether. Healing doesn't always require another romantic relationship, but it does require connection. A real one. Through friendships, faith, community, or even just one person you can talk to honestly. Reaching out isn't weakness, it's survival. And in many ways, it's the first real step toward truly living again. You can be independent and still need others. You can live alone and still stay deeply connected. Because while isolation breaks us down, connection? It keeps us alive. Truth number 4, routine can become a silent trap. Routine gives comfort, but over time it can turn into a silent trap, especially when you live alone. Waking, eating, watching TV, sleeping, it all blends into one endless loop. Without variation, the mind starts to disengage. Your brain thrives on novelty learning, discovery, even minor challenges. Without them, cognitive decline can accelerate. What begins as comfort can turn into stagnation. You lose track of days. You stop reaching for more. You settle into survival instead of living. You don't need radical change, just small sparks of difference. A new book, a morning walk in a different direction, volunteering once a week. These little shifts can bring back the feeling of aliveness. Truth number 5, silence can be deceptive. Silence is peaceful until it's not. What starts as quiet time can turn into a void that echoes back your fears and regrets. For many older men living alone, the silence becomes too loud. It begins to highlight the things left undone, the relationships not healed, the dreams quietly buried. Unspoken grief, unacknowledged shame, missed chances, they all live in that silence. But here's the truth. You can still speak. You can still write. You can still connect. The past is fixed, but your future isn't. And the silence that once drained you can become a space for renewal if you choose to fill it with purpose. Speak to someone. Write your story. Mentor a younger man. Let the silence become your canvas, not your cage. Conclusion. Aging alone does not mean aging without meaning. These 5 truths, emotional health, physical well-being, emotional replacement, routine, and silence, are not warnings. They are invitations to re-engage, to reflect, to reclaim your power. If you're a man living alone, you are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are not done. There is still time to change your story, not by becoming someone else, but by reconnecting with the strongest, truest parts of who you already are. Call to action. If this video resonated with you, let us know in the comments. What truth hit home the most? And what small change are you willing to make today? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Your support helps us create more videos just like this, real, respectful, and rooted in wisdom. Until next time, keep showing up. Keep reaching out. You still have chapters to write, and they matter more than ever.